Quick, Sony, what do the analysts say about 2019? It's gonna outsell us! What? There's no way that can be right. We have all the third-party games.
Nintendo Games.
My name is Koloko, and today I'm going to be talking about Western third-party games and the atmosphere around them. What happened? The Nintendo Switch obviously doesn't have the same support from the Western third-party publishers that the PS4 and Xbox One has. Whether or not Nintendo did that on purpose when designing the Switch, whether or not they made the decision and they said, hey, look, this is probably not going to be able to run, at least not efficiently, at least not in the same way. These large third-party games that we know are coming, that we know people want to play, it's going to be difficult to port them to the Switch. They might not likely be there. The current atmosphere of AAA Western third-party games is not a good one right now. It's losing a lot of consumer trust with companies like EA and all their microtransaction stuff, with Activision and their microtransaction stuff, with companies like Bethesda, you know, and their shady practices, with companies like Blizzard and just their way that they're not communicating to their fan base and to their consumers.
Do you not have a brain?
There's a lot of consumer trust issues with these companies. And Nintendo, that's what I believe, in my opinion, that's what they focus on most, is consumer trust. That's why they're so conservative when trying to make decisions. That's why it takes forever. Like just the recent decision of them allowing YouTubers to now play their games without having to put a copyright strike on their channel. It took forever, but they finally did it. They're very conservative when making decisions. Remember, that's what they focus on the most, and that's what they care about the most. And it shows, because they were even rated number 4 of the top companies in the world. They were rated number 4 with consumer trust, and only like a tire company and like a company that makes baby oils was in front of them, and even Disney was behind a company like Nintendo as far as consumer trust.
Hey, what the heck?
So you see how that's what they focus the most on. And maybe, just maybe this is me thinking a little bit ahead here, or thinking a little bit too crazy outside the box, and maybe they saw this coming. Maybe they saw that, you know, where the industry was heading with microtransactions, with stuff like that. Maybe they thought to themselves, you know what? Why are we going to put so much focus on our system to get these large third-party publishers when at the end it's not going to really help us and the people that our demographic that we're trying to attract? Because we're trying to attract the families. We're trying to attract those with children, because that's where our games are. They're child friendly. Whether or not they thought about that before making the console, everything kind of seemed to work its way out. They haven't needed those large third-party AAA games, Western games at least. They haven't needed on the Switch, especially because of this new report from some research analysts that say that in 2019, the Nintendo Switch is poised to sell more units than the PS4 and the Xbox One. Granted, it's poised to sell a little bit more than the PS4, but still, that's pretty incredible. But is it that crazy to think that?
No, it can't.
Just like I said in my previous video, it seems like 2019 Nintendo is set to do what it did in 2017. Take matters back into their own hands and release a large title basically every month. We got Fire Emblem. We got the new Animal Crossing. We got the new Yoshi. We got Luigi's Mansion. We got, supposedly, I don't know if it's true or not, a Pikmin. We got the new Pokemon game coming out. We got that Game Freak game, Home, coming out. I mean, there's a lot of games set to release next year, and it seems like it's going to be setting one big game every month. At least they have enough games to be able to do that same strategy that they did in 2017. On top of this, every single Nintendo console, at least most of them, have had their biggest years, their biggest selling years, the third year of every console's lifespan. The N64, the Wii, the 3DS, even the Wii U sold more in its third year than any other console.
Not console.
Granted, the GameCube didn't. It sold actually a little bit less in its second year, but the GameCube was also just in a weird position because of the PS2 having a DVD. Everybody was going for that. It's going for the Xbox. But still, most of the other consoles have sold their biggest in their third year. And it seems like this is also going to be the biggest year yet for the Nintendo Switch. That's what I'm thinking anyways. But I want to know what you guys think. Do you think Nintendo made the right choice on making the Switch not as powerful as the PS4 and Xbox One and focusing on portability? Do you think that third-party Western publishers are losing consumer interest? Let me know below, and if you do, I'll be your human umbrella for a week.
Dragon, rock, dragon.